Hello, everybody. I'm going to try to stick to the topic today. So, I've been doing more research on the background of the uh, Sin City Manny and Finny the Legend feud, which led up to the occurrence, which unfortunately ended the life of Finny the Legend and his wife, who was nicknamed Bubbly. So, the search I did online, I got. First of all, I'll go through what AI gave me. And then I found an interesting article that I'm going to post in the link that goes into more detail, not only about the feud and the tragedy, but how YouTubers make money and or how they don't make money generally. So for example, a YouTuber could have millions of followers, but not necessarily be making any money, because if they're not getting engagement. And anyway, that's a whole other thing that the article goes into, which I found very interesting. But anyway, first I'll give you what AI told me about the case, so that we have some background for when eventually the trial comes up. So AI says the beef between YouTubers Sin City Manny, Manuel Ruiz, and Finny the Legend, Rodney Finley, was a long-running online rivalry that tragically escalated into a real-world fatal shooting. Origin and escalation of the feud. Initial incident. The dispute began in 2023 when Ruiz allegedly pepper sprayed Finley's wife, Tanisha Finley, known online as Bubbly, during an in-person encounter. I've got to look up more about that incident. I didn't look into more detail on each of the points. Online retaliation. Instead of physical retaliation, Finley chose to respond online by trolling and criticizing Ruiz on his live streams. Finny's content often featured him watching and reacting to Ruiz's videos, and he gained followers as Ruiz's popularity reportedly declined, which fueled the rivalry. Copyright strikes and insults. The online war included heated exchanges, insults, and the alleged use of YouTube's copyright system by Ruiz to strike down Finley's videos and demonetize his content. Finny reportedly made harsh comments about Ruiz and his wife, and the online community surrounding them became involved. Yes, so, I could see that happening, how the viewers get into the beefs, and they start putting in their 2 cents, and they encourage the beef because they enjoy watching it. I've seen that on other YouTube channels. It doesn't end as tragically as this one did, but I say to myself, goodness, it's getting out of hand sometimes. Anyway, threats. This is the part I haven't found more information about that I was looking for information about. But anyway, Finley's mother reported hearing online threats, including Ruiz allegedly saying, quotes, "I hope your mom has a black dress because I'm going to kill you." Ruiz also allegedly live streamed himself searching for Finley in Las Vegas shortly before the final confrontation. The tragic culmination. The feud ended in a fatal confrontation on June 8, 2025, near the Bellagio Fountains in Las Vegas, which was captured live on Finley's YouTube stream. Ruiz approached Finley and his wife, leading to a brief verbal exchange before Ruiz allegedly opened fire, fatally shooting both Rodney and Tanisha Finley. Ruiz later turned himself in to police and claimed he acted in self-defense, alleging that Finley made a threatening motion towards his waistband. However, the arrest report stated that the YouTube video of the incident clearly showed Ruiz advancing and shooting, and no weapons were found on or near the Finleys. The shiny black object Ruiz claimed to be a gun was identified as a phone gimbal, which is a phone gimbal. I had to look that up. It's I guess it's a contraption you use, you put your phone on to make it not shake while you're filming. So that's the basic background of the case. And then here's the article, which I'll later link. It says, it's from the Review Journal, reviewjournal.com. And it is, the name of the article is Alleged Strip Shooter's Digital Life at Odds with Private Personal Life. Then it's by Brian Horwath and Noble Brigham. Oh, these little ads keep popping up. Sorry about that. Las Vegas Review Journal. So this is the Las Vegas Review Journal. Reviewjournal.com online. And this article is from June 14th, 2025. So it's not a recent article. It's closer to about the date of when the tragedy occurred. And there's some pictures there, different pictures of the event, of the scene after the fact. They have some flowers at the scene in honor of the Finleys. And there's a picture of Manny Ruiz in court with, apparently he's talking to his attorney. It says, Manuel Ruiz, second from right, arrested in connection with the live stream killing of 2 people in front of the, I can't read the rest of the caption, but it was in front of the Bellagio fountains. So here's the article. When Manuel Ruiz and Rodney Finley encountered each other on the Strip the night of June 8th, their digital worlds collided with reality. The live-streamed meeting on a sidewalk in front of the Bellagio fountains ended in the shooting death of Finley and his wife, Tanisha Finley. The Metropolitan Police Department has said Ruiz was the shooter. Ruiz, 41, faces 2 counts of open murder with a deadly weapon in connection with the shooting. Acquaintances of Ruiz and Finley knew little about the men beyond the curated YouTube personas their lives seemed to revolve around. Hello, viewer. A neighbor, Las Vegas resident Todd Wright, 51, said he would sometimes see Ruiz leaving the house wearing the crazy face makeup he put on for videos. He kept to himself, Wright said. There was never a wave or a hello or anything, and that's what he was like with everybody on our street. Wright said Ruiz drove a yellow Ford Mustang with personalized Mr. D Nevada plates. On Wednesday, the car was in the home's driveway, but nobody answered when a Las Vegas Review Journal reporter, it's a typo, knocked on the door. An ad popped up. Darn it. Go away. Go away. Ruiz declined a request for an interview at the Clark County Detention Center. This was before he was taken in. He was free for a little while after the shooting, but now he's been taken in. Feuding YouTubers. It was clear that the 2 men, both YouTubers, had been sniping at each other on social media in what police have said was a feud that dated back a couple of years. Archie Coronado, identified by police as a witness who had been watching Finley's live stream, said Ruiz had threatened him and Finley in the past by making finger gun gestures while saying pow, pow, pow. Coronado said the long-running feud started with an altercation between the Finleys and Ruiz on Halloween in 2023. Finley's wife apologized to Ruiz, but the Finleys wanted an apology too, and Ruiz didn't say he was sorry, according to Coronado. Finley decided to start his own YouTube channel and would criticize Ruiz and Ruiz's wife, Coronado said. Ruiz, he said, did not react well. He just couldn't take the negativity, and I guess he was just getting angrier and angrier, said Coronado. Coronado said it was hard to say whether he knew either Finley or Ruiz personally. He discovered both men through YouTube and had met Finley on Fremont Street last Halloween. He also hung out with Ruiz, but insisted we were never friends. So this is a gentleman that had met them both in person. One of the viewers. He was like a party animal, Coronado said of Ruiz. That's what attracted me to him. Coronado said Ruiz would live stream from about 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. and didn't seem to have a life outside of his channels. Ruiz would order people not to talk to others, Coronado said. On one live stream, he said not to hang out with a different Las Vegas YouTuber, Mark Sanson. That's spelled M-A-R-C, Sanson, S-A-N-S-O-N, in case you want to try to look up his channel. According to Coronado. Coronado and Ruiz had a falling out at some point, he said. Coronado went on to Finley's live stream to discuss his experience with Ruiz, whom he said had alienated a lot of people. Coronado thought that before live streaming, Ruiz had worked at a heliport, perhaps in a customer service role. He didn't know what Rodney Finley did for a living, but recalled him talking about an office job. At a vigil for the slain couple on the Strip on Tuesday, a woman said she believed Rodney Finley also worked in customer service, but that she wasn't sure. From chump change to big money. According to Coronado, Ruiz eventually quit his day job to devote himself to full-time to live streaming. At first, Coronado said he thinks Ruiz didn't earn enough to support himself, but he eventually built up a following of as many as 50,000 subscribers. Sanson, the other YouTuber, who has 36,000 subscribers to his The Other Me page, said people often think YouTubers with tens of thousands of subscribers or followers are making big money. Sanson said he knows Ruiz and knew the Finleys. That isn't the case for most of us, Sanson said. I barely break even most months. I might make a couple $100, but everybody thinks it's more than what it is. Sanson said he suspects that Ruiz likely made more than he did. Sanson said he suspects that Ruiz likely made more than he did because of how his YouTube channel was set up. Content creators can get extra money for allowing advertising to be sold. But he also said he's sure Ruiz wasn't becoming wealthy from his channel. A Maricopa County family court case for Rodney Finley lists information that matches with the age and middle name provided with Clark County authorities and suggests he struggled financially. Records in the case show Finley was born in Arizona in 1980. In 2006, he was employed by FedEx and ordered to pay $296.50 in child support each month. He apparently had trouble making payments. As of 2020, he owed about $8,200 in child support and about $7,500 in interest. At one point, a warrant was issued for his arrest. Notes in 2021 court orders say that he has odd jobs occasionally, but has failed to pay anything for his child support, and that his wife is paying all of their bills. Benjamin Burrows, an associate professor of emerging media at UNLV, said earning potential from YouTubers can vary significantly. The amount you earn is not solely based on your number of followers, but views and engagement levels are also important. Burrows said some YouTube creators make real money with only a few thousand subscribers if their content connects with advertisers and keyword searches. Making a lot of money, however, usually requires millions of views each month. Burrows said some YouTubers try to generate advertising revenue from views, but that they can also get sponsorship deals for producing paid content. Some, like Sanson, sell merchandise, though Sanson said he doesn't make much money from it. Viewers and fans of channels can also just donate money to content creators, Sanson said. For instance, if I get a super chat donation, YouTube takes 35% of that, Sanson said. For the time we put into this, most of us aren't making big money. Part of why the shooting has received so much attention is because it happened in real time. Viewers on one channel commenting about what appeared to be happening, and some even seemed to try to warn Finley that Ruiz was in the area. Crime and social media. Las Vegas defense attorney Charles Goodwin said social media frequently plays a role in crimes. I've seen people live streaming shootings, Goodwin said. Some gangs also appear to use Instagram and Facebook to coordinate crimes, according to Goodwin. Goodwin said there are some typos in this. Goodwin said the people involved in violence that stems from social media battle often have impulse control problems and a lower IQ level. There's not a lot of thinking past tomorrow, he said. They also aren't people who are doing well in life, Goodwin said, and typically live in a different reality than what they project online. Ryan Helmick, another defense attorney, has also dealt with social media in criminal cases. It has damaged many clients' cases because of things they post on social media, Helmick said. Younger defendants tend to incriminate themselves by posting photos of guns, drugs, and cash. People use social media to threaten each other, and those threats are sometimes followed through in real life, especially in gang cases, according to Helmick. In one murder case, Helmick said the defendant was FaceTiming 4 people as he was about to engage in an altercation that led to a killing. The conversation continued during the killing, and the footage was preserved, according to Helmick. Since the shooting, Ruiz has received the level of attention he apparently craved on his channel. Ruiz is now in jail. This article is from a few days after the shooting, which killed the Finleys. But then he later turned himself in, and he's now in jail. There's a deep irony, back to the article, there's a deep irony attached to the story of Manuel Ruiz, at least according to his neighbor, Todd Wright, who said Ruiz moved to his neighborhood near Windmill Lane and the 215 Beltway about 5 years ago. There was never anybody over there to visit him that we noticed, Wright said. He was a very private person. Okay, that's the end of the article. And then at the bottom it says, contact Brian Horwath at bhorwath@reviewjournal.com. Follow Brian Horwath on X. Oh, these are the two who wrote the article. Contact Noble Brigham at nbrigham@reviewjournal.com. Follow at Brigham Noble on X. Again, I'll post a link to the article once this live stream is over, and I can put information into the information section again. I'll put a link to this article. It's a very interesting article because it talks about the case. Well, my phone just closed, but I'm not using it anymore. It talks about the actual event, but it also talks about how YouTubers project one thing that, oh, I'm this successful YouTuber, and they may not even really be making as much as we, the viewers, think they are. It has more to do with engagement. It doesn't have to do necessarily with even how many followers you have. It has to do with the engagement you get. You might have only a few thousand subscribers, but you have, I've actually seen that. I've seen some channels that have, for example, 1 million subscribers, but their videos show the views and there's only a few thousand views, or vice versa. Coffee House Crime, just off the top of my head, I'm kind of going off on a tangent now. Coffee House Crime is a YouTube channel that has it has millions of viewers and millions of views. So the views match and I've been studying his channel, and he really must be doing well, I'm thinking. He probably covered this, or if he hasn't, he'll probably be covering it. Twitch is where the moolah is at. I have a Twitch channel. I haven't been using it very often, but to follow the trials, I'm planning to do it on Twitch when the trials start, so that I can live stream and make my commentary at the same time. So, all right, so that's really all I came on to do, was to give a little more information about the case to those of you who don't know about the case and are only learning about it. But I don't really have anything to add because I'm learning about the case at the same time as you are, and as I'm learning about it, I'm posting it on my channel. But the trial is right now set for August 17th. Now that may change because trials have a way of being set, and then there's a status update and the trial is continued to another date. So, okay. So if there are no questions or... Oh, thank you. Oh, okay, my Twitch, if anyone's interested in following my Twitch, there's not much activity on there right now, but it's difficult_unit. Difficult, a little _unit. That's my handle on Twitch if you'd like to follow my channel over there. I'm following the Courtney Clenny case and this case, Sin City Manny murder trial. Okay, so feel free to follow me on there, and I will be, I may be doing, the thing with Twitch, the videos go away if you don't highlight them, and I've forgotten how to highlight the videos. So the videos that are up there now, I have some highlighted from when I first started the channel, and those are still up there. If you're interested in learning Excel, I have some teaching of Excel on there, the program. But now I'd like to follow some. Oh, thank you, Claire. Now I'm going to be following. I think I have about 39 subscribers there on Twitch now. So if I get to 50, that would be my next milestone. Okay, thank you. I don't want to go too much off onto a tangent because I said this was going to be just about the case. So, but thank you guys for listening in, and I hope you will follow me on Twitch and follow me here if you want more updates on the Sin City Manny trial and the Courtney Clenny trial. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.